Hey guys, welcome back to the 80s arcade week. And yeah, today we've got a theme of cops and robbers. So we're going to be looking at a bunch of games that are based around just that. So let's start with a Taito classic. It is Crime City. Yeah, nice little action platforming game here. Heavily influenced, no doubt, by the Lethal Weapon movie. And it plays like that Rolling Thunder platforming style that you're very familiar with in that kind of era. Here it is, 1989. Yeah, so just before the 90s kicked off with their awesome set of beat 'em ups. 1988, I think, 1989 were the peak years for arcade games. I think before the big changeover to those, beat 'em ups and scrolling beat 'em ups and all that, you had all these kind of platforming style games, most of which I've been showing you throughout this week. So if you haven't seen all my videos on those, do check them out. Just quick 30-minute gameplays of 80s games this week, just to pass some time and quarantine boredom. But yeah, you can play as two different characters in this game. And there are different kind of play mechanics as well. So when you get close to an enemy, they don't actually use their gun. You can actually punch them. Because with this game, it has the mechanic where you kind of have to conserve your bullets because you can run out of ammunition. But when the enemies drop their guns, you can restock. So I've got 5 bullets left, as you can see there on the screen. And that's me out. So I need a gun now. Dead. But when you die, it replenishes you. Let me just spam the button. There we go. We'll do a level or two and then we'll play the next game. Yeah, there are other little maneuvers in this, like a little roll technique, which comes in handy for later levels. So if you crouch down and press the jump button, he does a little roll on the ground, which is quite cool. And this game, if you have it on a particular dip switch setting, it has one of the coolest high score screens. You can actually, like you're firing a gun, you can draw your name or write your name on the screen as a high score, which I've never seen any other game do. That's a really cool feature. But I think I've just got it to them. You can actually set it to enter your 3 initials otherwise, which I think I've got it set to that. Oh, got me. Oh, this guy on the bike. Seriously. Oh, if you press up and jump as well, he does a bigger jump. So you can get to higher to reach places. This is where you can use that roll technique, because this guy kind of jumps over your head. Using it very effectively. There we go. Oh, this car always gets me. Got 1 life left. Got a little shooting area now, which looks kind of like Contra. So yeah, it does mix up the gameplay styles slightly. It's quite good for that. It's not all just side-scrolling. cars, they always get me. There we go. Not doing too badly. Oh, I'm dead. Spoke too soon. Check out for the dog. Alright, this is the boss area now. That's it. So at least we're going to be getting on the high score list. I did have a bunch of other games to show you, but this one seems to be taking a little while, but it's a pretty good game. Nice colours on this level. I like the colourfulness of this one. This is a proper kind of a platform, and there's loads of different things to kind of jump and dodge in this level. And Donald Trump makes an appearance as well. This big guy who looks like Donald Trump, in my opinion. Here he comes. Oh no, that's not him. There he is. Big jump. Oh, I'm dead. That must be it. No? Okay, that's it. Yeah, that's Crime City. Let's put the name in. Right, let's check out the next game. What have we got on the list? I was going to play eSWAT, but that's very, it's very similar style kind of gameplay. I'm sure you're all familiar with eSWAT. It's Sega's game, and you can kind of level up. Let's going to go with a Konami game called Gangbusters, which is really cool. I love this game. This is a good one. This is like a scrolling vertical. It's more of a kind of a shoot 'em up style. 1988, Konami. So you take the role of either one of two characters. This is a two-player game as well. So you're either Smith or Wesson, one of these two guys. And you just basically go through each level, collecting these guys, and putting them back in prison. So each guy you collect, it kind of powers you up, makes you faster, or gives you a better gun. You come across these police vans, put them in the police van, gives you bonus points. Really lovely little scrolling shoot 'em up from Konami. I don't see this played much on YouTube by anyone, so probably one of those little hidden gems, I would say. Definitely a gem. Not sure how hidden it is, but it's a Konami classic. Konami being one of my two favourite developers, probably my favourite. If I had to come down to it, I'd probably say Konami. But there's so many good ones out there. Capcom, Taito did some great games. Data East. I should just move up at this point. You can go in these little doors where you see them and collect these guys. That guy was on the roof. I could have gone in that door and collected him. There's a guy here. Oh. So I'm powered down now, I'm really slow. That's my good gun. Well, that's one stage done, not bad. You can see that properly. Maybe zoom in a little bit. Let's give a little bit of zoomage. Oh, I'm dead again. Yeah, great music, great gameplay. If you haven't played Gangbusters by Konami, definitely give it a go. It's great fun, especially in 2-player mode as well. I just threw a TV at me. Whoa. Yeah, if you love games like Mercs from Capcom, those kind of nice little top-down shooters, games like on the Neo Geo like Shock Troopers. This is a great one, definitely check it out. Oh, dodging skills. Wow, that's it. So yeah, that's Gangbusters. Let's check out the next game. See what we've got next. Zoom out a bit here. Beans. Yeah, next game on the list is another Konami game actually. One that I always used to find, and I find still to this day, very tricky. This is Jailbreak. So this is a much older game, but typical Konami, nice little speech sampling, hard as nails. You basically have to go through each stage, shoot all the bad guys, and basically just get to the end of each level. There are hostages that you kind of, or you know, I'll say the public or citizens that you kind of have to rescue. And every hostage you kind of free, you get a new weapon to select from, which helps you get through different obstacles. But I think the thing is with this game, not that I'm an expert, is to just take your time with it. Because there's no time limit on this game. So I've got a bazooka now, I can shoot these barrels. And switch between weapons using your two keys here. Use the bazooka to shoot the barrels, but I think the gun is probably the best weapon for like rapid fire. You'll find people in the background sometimes in windows that appear, and you can only shoot them with this tear gas or whatever it is, I think it is. Gives you bonus points. Otherwise you won't be able to shoot them at all. And if you do get killed, you do lose all your weapons. Or if you shoot one of the hostages, you lose all your weapons. Just got to have your wits about you in this game. Oh, I'm dead. Let's try and get to the end of the stage. So I can't shoot that guy in the window now because I've only got my pea shooter. If I rescue that hostage guy, I'm not going to reach him, am I? Get him! Ah, I wasn't worth it. There we go. I've got a bazooka now at least. Bit of protection. Yeah, these guys in red are the worst because their bullets go so fast and it's so hard to... There's Batman there. It's so hard to dodge them because your running speed versus the speed of the bullets it's just not fair. So that's what makes the game that much difficult. Why can't I shoot that barrel? Here comes... See, that noise means it's the end of the stage. So you get the firing squad at the end. You've got to kill them all, dodging their bullets. Oh! Because I've killed her, I've lost all my good guns now, essentially. Oh! So I can't shoot these barrels now because I've got a pea shooter. Yeah, there's no rush in this game whatsoever. There is no time limit, so you can just take your time.
You're in danger.
Oh! No, I went in for that too quickly. But that's Jailbreak, a classic Konami game. I don't know if that ever came out for the NES. I have to look that up. It seems like it would have done, but I don't think I've ever seen... I don't know if it's one of these arcade-only kind of games. Cool, yeah. So, yeah, next game. How long are we doing for time? We've got another 10 minutes, so we can crack in another few games. Should we play another one? Let's go with the next game. We've got Narc up next. This is Midway, I want to say. Where is it? Narc. Here we go. I think this is 1989. If it's 90s or later, I probably can't play it because I'm sticking with the 80s games. So see what year this is. I think this is late 80s actually. Oh, this one takes a while to boot up. Look at those chips. I love that. Yeah, let's see what year this is. 1988. We're good to go. Yeah, we can play Narcs. Let's do it.
Oh no, the nightmare. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm no good at this game whatsoever. So you can either shoot the bad guys or arrest them by walking into them, right? I tend to just shoot everything. I'll tell you, the graphics on this are crisp. They're so good. I mean, they're digitized, you know. I'm not really one for digitized style graphics. I mean, other than like Mortal Kombat. I think Mortal Kombat personally is probably one of the only digitized games that that works for. It usually, for me, I think it just looks awful. Or it just wasn't done well, but Midway guys seems to do it. They seem to have made it work. Let's just kill these bad guys. Let's make some arrests. There we go. It's one of those kind of crazy games like Total Carnage or Smash TV, isn't it?
We got it.
Absolutely crazy.
You're busted.
If I die early, I'll give it another credit. It's definitely a good game to let some steam off to, isn't it? Oh, look at all these bad guys. I can't be bothered to arrest them. Look at the money. Oh, I've got a few arrests.
Roger, Chief.
Oh, he doesn't look friendly. Look at that car. Oh, is this the boss? Is that him? Listen to the music. Oh, yes. Oh, he's frozen me. It's like a freeze shot or something, is it? Was I supposed to arrest him? For like bonus points, maybe? Oh, he's got me. I'm dead.
You're busted.
All the drugs he's dropping. Oh, I've got a jump. I didn't know I could jump. Oh, well, that's it. Game over. I've driven the dog crazy now.
You're busted. You're busted.
This is one of the loudest games in the world. Do we have any more games we can play? I've got one more.
You're busted.
We could play, it's a beat 'em up called 64th Street, a detective story, which takes a lot from, I guess, a lot of cues from Final Fight. But instead of being the mayor, you are like a detective. But you can see it's blatantly like Hagar and Cody kind of style. I think this is Data East. It's quite an interesting beat 'em up because it does something that I've not seen any other beat 'em up do as well, which is when you grab an enemy, you can throw them into the background, and on certain levels it means throwing them into like the background is like the reservoir or the river or something, and you can see them, it goes splash when they hit the water. So that's a very interesting mechanic because I mean I compare this a lot to Final Fight, but because it's got those extra bits. I mean, graphically it's not as nice as Final Fight, so it's nice it's got those extra additions that, you know, make it, you know, all the backgrounds are destructible and stuff like that. But you'll see when I play it. Let's do a few. So if I punch a guy and then throw him into the wall, you can throw him into doors and windows, and even that car, for example, and it destroys the car. Yeah, let's see if we can destroy the car a bit more. I think you got to get a bit closer. Oh, no one's coming close now. Oh, you get the idea. I don't want to spend all the time trying to destroy one damn thing. But it's a very interesting game. I like this as a beat 'em up. I do like these old style beat 'em ups as well. I like any old beat 'em ups, to be fair. You can't beat a good beat 'em up. Music can be very repetitive, especially on the later levels as well. How long we got? 5 minutes. Oh, that's good. We've got a good time to show you a few levels of this. Yeah, it really makes it a better game. It's got destructible environments. I do like that. You can see it's not as crisp and clean as nice looking as Final Fight, but it is what it is. It's not a bad. It's not an. I've played worse beat 'em ups than this for sure. So essentially, you're working a case. Someone's daughter's been kidnapped, and you've got to go and rescue her. Essentially, find out where this gang have taken them. So that music means it's a boss. This isn't the boss, he'll be along in a minute. Oh, you've got a special move on this as well, which actually, unlike Final Fight, drains your energy. You can use it as much as you like. If you press forward and punch, you'll do the character's special move. His is a punch, a super punch, and the other character is like a dash move. Don't feel sorry for the computer in this game. If you can get them into a corner and bash their brains out, do it, because they don't take any mercy on you. Smuggler's Wharf. So this is the stage I was talking about. You can actually throw the people into like the background. Little super move there. I'm not sure how I did that actually. I think that was probably my super move that actually does take off energy. I don't know if it's a case of pressing the same buttons at the same time. This is really strange because it kind of, I thought at first this was going to be like, you know, in Street Fighter 2 you've got Ken stage and he's on the docks with the boat in the background. I thought this was probably going to be that stage with Ken's boat, but it's kind of steamboat-ish, but it looks different, doesn't it? I just thought it might have been like something from Street Fighter 2, but I don't know if this was actually before Street Fighter 2 came out, to be honest. that's it. That's my last life. Yeah, not the best beat 'em up in the world, but definitely not the worst. It's very playable. So yeah, check out 64th Street if you've not played it before. I think I'm going to end there. We're just over 30 minutes. So yeah, no point probably putting on another game. But yeah, thanks for watching and joining me this week. And yeah, who knows what the next video is going to be. But I think that's pretty much it for 80s Arcade Week. So again, thanks for joining me and see you next time. Bye for now.